Next question. Now see here. Elaborate on the objectives of the Gati Shakti mission. Discuss issues in the infrastructure and significance of the Gati Shakti. Now here I am just simply asking elaborate. So I don't have to give any analysis. I just have to elaborate the objectives of the Gati Shakti mission. Then I have to discuss what are the issues in the infrastructure. Infrastructure could have different kind of issues, but since the question is asking in specific in context of the Gati Shakti, we have to bring those issues which can where the Gati Shakti can have the role. This will bring greater impact. Okay, so let's discuss the question. Let's discuss the content. Okay, you then we can start introduction here with a kind of what is actually the PM Gati Shakti. Okay, because we have to talk about the objectives. When we have to talk about the objectives of the Gati Shakti mission, let's introduce what actually is Gati Shakti mission. Okay, now see, you can understand in this way. Gati Shakti mission is a kind of digital platform. First understand the concept. Okay, let's say I'm the government. Okay, what is happening is currently there are many projects are being taken up by the central government, some projects, state governments, and again central government itself, different projects are being conducted by the roadways, railways, airways, and also for the infrastructure in terms of your broadband connectivity. So many things are going on. So what is happening is there is completely a kind of fragmented approach that is being followed. Because of this thing, what happens is, let's say I have to provide the internet connection in some particular area. Let's say in the Hyderabad, in the Ashok Nagar, I have to provide the internet services. Okay, the one part of the department that is trying to provide the broadband services, they have to lay the fiber optics cable. Okay, now other part of the department of the government is actually trying to construct the roads. Okay, whatever the roads they have constructed, they want to further strengthen it, or they have to construct the new roads. Let's say the road department have constructed the roads. Okay, now after constructing the road department, after investing huge amount of the money, then comes the another department. They say, we have to lay the optical fiber cable, so we can't do anything. Please let's dig the road. Okay, this is the problem. So what is happening, because lack of cooperation or else lack of coordination between two units, there is wastage of resources. So much resources are getting wasted. This is one issue. And sometimes what happens is, let's say I have to construct some kind of railway overbridge. The standards is almost same everywhere, but still for every time I have to construct the railways overbridge, I have to take permission from different types of the departments. This is one such hypothetical example I am talking about. Different the constructions need different approvals. Let's assume if there is already a kind of proper standardization of infrastructure services, once if those standards are being met, once the permission is taken, that kind of permission should be valid for all the services. What happens with this? This will lead to the more process in a faster manner, completion of the projects in a more timely and faster manner. Okay, so this is the what that is needed. And also let's say if I have the proper kind of the digital view of what is the connection, road connections established. So if I can have that kind of framework, I would be able to plan better my industrial corridors, linking the different types of the industrial regions, or else proper urban infrastructures, proper roads connecting the different urban infrastructures, or I can also plan a kind of rural roads connecting the different types of the mandis, agriculture mandis. So this thing I can plan. So this is a kind of GIS based web platform which gives access to such kind of visibility. Okay, so this is what the Gati Shakti mission is. Gati Shakti mission provides comprehensive database of the ongoing and the future projects of the various ministries, infrastructure ministries, and also states involved in the development of the economic zones, integrated with 200 plus GIS layers, thereby facilitating planning, designing and execution of the infrastructure projects within the common vision. This is your Gati Shakti mission is. So what are the objectives? Now you should observe here. Okay, these objectives and these the need or or the issues in the infrastructure, I have taken this from the government website. Okay, so most of you might have written the answers, but if what the examiner will do is he will search for the keywords. Since it is a government project and government document, so he will look for some kind of keywords. Let's say GIS based services, okay, that thing, especially from the okay, now the PM Gati Shakti has one of the objectives as depicting the economic zones. That's what I said. I will see the economic zones and the infrastructure linkages required to support them with an objective holistically integrate all the multimodal connectivity projects and removing the missing gaps for the seamless movement. This is what actually government document has used, this terminology. So bringing this terminology will help you to get the 1 mark extra. Definitely if one person who is not using this terminology is getting 4 marks, definitely the person who is using this terminology definitely will get the 1 more additional mark. Okay, it will incorporate the infrastructure schemes of various ministries like Bharatmala, Sagarmala, Inland Waterways. Now all these things can be individual questions. YODHAN can be a question, Bharatmala can be a question, because it is given in your infrastructure, okay, roadways, railways, seaways, all these things. Bharatmala is very important. It has 6 components. Okay, your National Highway Development Program, economic corridors. So there are various components on this. Okay, you have to go through this. Sagarmala is very important. Inland waterways is important. Now, what are the issues or need for the Gati Shakti? Issues in the infrastructure. Currently, there is a disjointed planning. There is no cooperation between the different ministries. That is what here. They use the same terminology, disjointed planning. Okay, it has been observed on numerous occasions that once a road is constructed, this is what the example I have given you. Some of the other agencies dig up the construction road. Again, for various activities like shifting or laying of underground cables, gas or water pipelines. This results in the stretches of the road being continuously under some or other construction, causing great inconvenience to the common man, but also results in the wasteful expenditure being incurred by the different departments. So this is the problem, and the same example is present in the government document. So I have mentioned the same example. That becomes very important. Gati Shakti aims at resolving the issue by establishing the synergies between different departments. What the Gati Shakti will do? It will try to establish the synergies between the different departments at the planning stage itself, not at the implementing stage. From the planning itself, there will be proper synergies. Okay, so the wastage of resources will not be happened. Okay. So this has been successfully adopted by this is a case study. You can use this as a case study by the Ministry of Road, Transport and Highways in the Delhi-Mumbai Expressway project and the Trans-Haryana Corridor project, wherein right of way of utility corridor is being acquired along with the right of way of expressways, leading to the saving of the timing and avoid digging of the roads again and again by the different agencies. So at once they have acquired this land acquisition project, okay, land clearances. Okay, now see, there are 2 projects are going on in the same area, so that no conflict happens and no again separate approvals happen. So they have properly coordinated with each other. This Delhi-Mumbai Expressway project and the Trans-Haryana Corridor project. Now this can be a kind of case study which you can use not only just here at the other areas also, because this is a government given case study. Okay, underutilization of installed capacity. It has been observed that due to inefficient planning, several projects despite their trialing completion are not running up to their optimum capacity and are being utilized and resulting in the loss of revenue, because they have been constructed, okay, but you do not know what kind of the traffic movement is there, okay, or else what kind of projects that are being completed already, you don't have proper data. So most of the projects are underutilized despite being completed. Like say here I would like to give you the example of one of the example from the right to education. Under the right to education, for every 5 kilometers there needs to be one school, okay, for every 5 kilometer. Then Niti Aayog pointed out that there is a hollowing of schools. There are empty schools with no student is there. Okay, this is so you have constructed many schools, but there are no students. For every 5 kilometer you are constructing new building and infrastructure. What is the use of that? Okay, it is not going to help, right? So Niti Aayog suggested that instead of planning roads for every schools for every 5 kilometers, what you can do is bring the students to one common point, arrange the buses, transport buses, and take all the people to there. In this way, you can also club the teachers, so teacher efficiency will also be improved, and whatever the resources that you have saved, you can use those resources in terms of the bringing the infrastructure, digital board, or toilet facilities in the education department. Okay, that's what lack of standardization, which I have already mentioned, lack of coordination and clearance approvals. One such example is Delhi Meerut Expressway, wherein overall project was delayed by 11 months due to the issuance of clearance agreements from the railways. Now significance, now the same points, okay, what you have to do is you have to remember the keywords: comprehensiveness, prioritization, okay, the optimization, synchronization, analysis. So the content is again the same thing, dynamic process, but you have to remember the keyword. Okay, so Gati Shakti mission is very important infrastructure project that can help India to transform into the third largest economy in the world and also improve its developmental indicators. Thank you.